Om Shanti. Namaste. Beth Hetherington here. Thanks for joining me for this One Posture Wednesday. So today I thought we would look at a standing posture. This is called Utkatasana. So let's come up to stand. So you can come up however you wish. You might come onto your hands and knees. And you might step one foot up and then the other foot. You might come from a down dog and have a little play there. And just take your time to slowly come up from the ground so you're not too dizzy. So let's come up towards the top of our mat. So to begin with Utkatasana, it translates to chair posture, thunderbolt pose. This is my lovely dog Flo. I have one also, another one there, Otis. You can't quite see, he's not quite given a shot. So yeah, thunderbolt or chair posture. So what we're looking to do here is, traditionally, I'm going to come face on for a moment. You would work as normally, yogi's choice, as works best with your feet. So we would start, perhaps if we are tight in the shoulders and hips rather, we might start with a wide stance. And as we start to develop and strengthen, we might start to step the stance in a little until it becomes maybe feet together. So, as always, you go at your own pace. And the idea of this posture is that we're here to stimulate the diaphragm, to open the thorax and chest, and strengthen and stretch into the shoulders, broaden into the collarbones. We're also strengthening the spine from tail to the top of the head, the thighs, the calves, the ankles. So quite a strong stretch. So from the top of our mat, I'm going to show you from the side and then I'll show you from the front and then from the other side. So you get hopefully a good idea. So what the idea is that we're slowly I'm going to do it without the hands first. I'm just going to ask you to take your hands onto your hips and start to sit as if you're going to sit in a chair. And before you get too low, because obviously you can start to feel it in the thighs, notice what's happening with the tailbone. So quite often I see this. The tailbone starts to flick up. I always kind of see it as like a bit of a scorpion tail coming up to the back of the head. So what we're trying to do is not drop the belly. So we want to draw the belly in applying Uddiyana Bandha. So a great posture to apply Bandha work here. So sculpt in Uddiyana Bandha so you're drawing the abdominal lift in, up and back, and you can see the tailbone now drops back down towards the back of the mat rather than up behind you. And we're going to settle in. So we start to acknowledge as if somebody's popped a stool, a little chair behind us, and they go, yep, you're all good. Sit down, sit down, sit down. And then you find that place where the thighs start to go, hello. You're starting to connect into the ankles and heels. And really important that we're in the four corners of the feet. So the balls, the outside blade, the inside outside heels. Try not to roll in on the inner arches, otherwise you'll start to become knock-kneed. And what we're inviting is that activity in the thighs. So when you're ready, start to work with the hands on the hips perhaps first, just so you can acknowledge if you start to stick the bottom out and the tailbone starts to go back and up. Just making sure that your tailbone is straight down to the back of the mat. So the spine is still in that normal diagonal. We're not starting to lift the breastbone and stick the bottom out. The spine stays in the natural shape that it has. What we're doing is bending into the knees. And we want to make sure that the knees aren't forwards, covering our toes. We want to, if that's happening, imagine someone's put their hands on your hips and then inhale together, and you exhale and you're drawing the hips backwards. So you can see 10 toes. And the posture almost is where the topple is. So as if you're about to topple backwards, yeah? But you want to keep that connection through the balls, the outside blades, the inside outside heels, and a light touch with the 10 toes. And then once you start to feel that connection through the feet and sitting into the thighs, you start to connect down with the tailbone towards the back of the mat, not flipping it up. you might feel ready to bring the arms up alongside the ears. And then I'm just going to come to the front to show you, quite common, this tends to happen. You see the shoulders have come up and I've rounded the back body, and now the chest, the heart, is dropping towards the ground. So what we'd like to do is keep the arms, the crook of the elbow, the inside elbow, alongside the ears. So we're broadening the collarbones, we're lifting the breastbone, we're broad across the front of the body, the diaphragm is stimulated. It's quite common that we want to tighten this shoulder cap, this contracts the deltoid. Try and invite it to be soft. And this is when I suggest to begin with, you might have quite a wide stride and quite wide arms. And as you get used to the posture, you might start to bring it slightly further in, maybe connecting at the palms as you get used to it. So have a little play. So let's come up to the top of the mat. First of all, connect with Utkatasana. So find your feet in terms of your connection with the ground, your foundation, so through the balls, the outside blades, the inside-outside heels. Think about that lift in the inner arch, ankle, knee and groins. Pick up the 10 toes and replace them with space. And this has got you. The feet, Padabandha, so that's the wheel of energy of the soles of the feet. They've got you, yeah? Trust the feet and start to sit. Just make sure that the tailbone doesn't flick up. So we're inviting the tailbone to go straight to the back of the mat. Check that you're sitting backwards so you can see 10 toes. If you feel ready, slowly draw the arms up. Relax the shoulders. Broaden the collarbones and start to sit. So try not to crank the neck, the back of the neck up, wrinkling so you gaze up. Try to keep the chin parallel to the ground, and you might look up with the eyes. And this is going to protect the back of the neck. Sitting a little deeper, and maybe a little deeper, and maybe a little deeper. Inhale, exhale, and come on up. So we'll do it from the front, and I'll do it to the other side. So when you're ready, find your feet. And I like to work with feet hip distance apart. I've got a healing right hip at the moment. And then we're going to inhale and slowly settle into that seat. So remember, somebody's popped a chair behind you and they're saying, all good, and they keep moving it slightly further back. So your tailbone is not going up and it's not tucking under either. It's going straight to the back. And then you start to broaden at the collarbones. So you're not hunching the shoulders up to the ears. Stay broad in those collarbones, relax the shoulders, crook of the elbow facing the ears. Try not to lock the arms, palms face each other. Sit a little deeper, check you can see 10 toes, relax the toes. One more breath. Inhale, exhale, come on up. And let's take it to the other side. So when you're ready, very slowly working with your feet in terms of settling into the ground, finding the mat, and also the foot distance. Remember, it can be sit bone distance together or hip bone distance, or even wider, you know, if it feels better to go wider as you begin, go there. And then when you're ready, inhale, exhale, and we start to hands to the hips maybe, or if you know you've got that positioning with the tailbone now, straight to the back of your mat, not flipping up, you might start to bring the arms in as you lower them into your seat, stimulating the diaphragm, strengthening the spine, the thighs, the calves, the ankles. Relax the shoulders, relax the shoulder cap, the deltoids. Palms face each other. Sit a little deeper in if you have it. Inhale and exhale to come on up. Thanks for joining me. So, as always, you can find these postures on my YouTube channel. You can access that directly from my website, www.nutri5plus.co.uk. That's my dog snoring. So you just scroll down onto that first page where it says services and classes in white. Click on that and it will take you to my weekly online classes. Scroll down to Wednesday and you'll see a little link in brackets here. Click on that, it takes you to my YouTube channel. There's lots of free videos on there, and there's some breath work on there now, and also there's a chair yoga sequence on there. I think it's about 30 minutes or so, and if you go to the videos you'll find all the One Posture Wednesdays. Thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Om Shanti. Namaste.